Hi, I'm Susan LaHoulier, your Low Country Realtor and Realtor for Life. Today I'm going to talk to you about color, the meaning of color, and how color could impact the amount of money you get for the sale of your home. You may be asking how I came up with this topic. Well, years ago I worked for a company called Beauty for All Seasons. It was the competitor to Color Me Beautiful. You may remember that name. Well, back then we used to look at hair, skin, and eye color to determine what colors people should wear to look their very best. Well, given that I was in communication, I also found it very interesting to see how color impacted mood and psychology, and I took a great interest in that. So today's video is a culmination of those facts and interests that I'm putting together so it will help you with your real estate. So here we go. Color is a form of nonverbal communication. What we're going to do is talk about the colors that you're wearing today, the meaning of color, how to use color in choosing your paint for your rooms, and then I'm going to discuss a report that Zillow did showing how you can get more money for your home based on paint color. So what are you wearing today for color? What kind of mood were you in? I'm wearing coral and shades of aqua. As you know, coral is a variation of orange, which helps us to look at the bright side of things. It brings encouragement and motivation. It's very social color and one of communication. Orange is also stimulating to the appetite. So if you love having people around your kitchen, you want them to eat and talk, you want to paint your kitchen in shades and versions of orange. Some restaurants use lighter versions such as peach and terracotta for their decor since it promotes conversation and social interaction, and then people are going to stick around and eat and drink more. While it's not a good idea for a living room or a bedroom, this color is great for an exercise room, as you can imagine. Blue is the color of trust and peace. It can suggest loyalty and integrity as well as conservationism and frigidity. It's the most universally liked color, and I'm sure you know that when you ask people what their favorite color is, because it's non-threatening. It represents power and integrity, and it's often used in the corporate world. Think about airline pilot uniforms and police officers' uniforms. They're usually dark blue. There's no mistake about that. Virgin Mary is usually depicted in dark blue robes as well. Blue is known to have a calming effect, and when it's used as the main color of a room, you want to use softer shades because dark shades can cause sadness. And so I would avoid using darker blues in your color scheme. The color meaning of turquoise is communication and clarity of mind. Aqua is the color of high ideals. I had a presentation to do today, so I wanted to have energy and high ideals. Red, as you know, is the color of energy, passion, and ambition. It's also the color of anger and sexual passion. Yellow is the color of the mind and intellect. It's optimistic and cheerful. However, it can also suggest impatience, criticism, and cowardice. I was told many years ago to use yellow-lined notepads when I needed to write because that increased creativity and helped get over writer's block. Yellow can also mean cowardice. And we also have used yellow ribbons to display hope by families who had loved ones who had gone to war. It's an excellent choice for kitchens, dining rooms, and bathrooms, where it's energizing and uplifting. In halls, entryways, and small spaces, yellow can also make it feel expansive and welcoming. Even though yellow is a cheery color, I wouldn't recommend it for main color schemes. Studies show that people who are more likely to be in a yellow room can lose their temper, and babies also seem to cry more in yellow rooms. This color can create feelings of frustration and anger. Interestingly enough, if you take a look around at the fast food places around us, they use yellow and red in combination for their signs. So think about it. Red triggers appetite and hunger, while yellow triggers feelings of happiness and friendliness. Those signs, such as Burger King, Dairy Queen, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and Wendy's, are just a few examples. Take a look next time you're driving around. It's very interesting. Green is the color of balance and growth. It can mean both self-reliance as a positive and possessiveness as a negative. But green is the color of prosperity and abundance, of finance and material wealth. It relates to the business world, actually to real estate and property. It has a calming effect, and when it's used as a main color for decorating, it can be very calming. It helps people relax. It's also supposed to help with fertility, so it's a great color for the bedroom. Green is almost suited for any room in the house. Think about various countries' flag colors. They often use indigo blue. Indigo depicts a defender of people's rights to the end. Purple is the color of the imagination. It's creative and individual, or immature and impractical. You know, churches often feature violet, and Christians believe in death and resurrection, so they're depicted with violet colors. Lighter versions of purple, such as lavender and lilac, bring the same restful quality to bedrooms as blue does, but without the risk of feeling chilly. Pink represents unconditional love and nurturing. And what do we dress little baby girls in? Pink can also be immature, silly, and girlish. Studies have shown that when prisoners are exposed to large amounts of pink, it can have a calming effect, and it takes away some of their aggression. But in the same vein, too much exposure can actually have the opposite effect on them. So we have to be careful about how much. The color brown's a friendly yet serious, down-to-earth color that relates to security, protection, and material wealth. Think about rocks, trees, and wood. We go back to nature, don't we, when we need to? Gray is the color of compromise. It's neither black nor white. It's the transition between two non-colors. It's unemotional and can be indecisive. Light gray can be soothing and calming. It can save and rescue those in difficult life situations. Dark gray is pretty conventional, can be serious, inflexible, and strict. Silver has a feminine energy. Think about silver jewelry. It's related to the moon and the tides, the ebb and the flow, sensitive and the mysterious. Gold, if you think about it, is related to success, abundance, prosperity, prestige and sophistication, value and elegance. The color psychology of gold implies material wealth. Think about our gold jewelry. Gold has also been associated with royalty, along with the color purple. While white is a color at its most complete and pure, it's also signifying purity, innocence, wholeness, and completion. White, as you know, is traditionally worn by brides and often by doctors in white lab coats. Black is the color of the hidden. It's very secretive and unknown. It creates an air of mystery. It keeps things hidden from the world. Combined with white, interestingly enough, it can create an argumentative atmosphere. We associate mourning and death, as well as Halloween and the occult, with black. Women typically also have that little black dress because we want to be mysterious. Black is best used in small doses as accent colors. So, when you ask how we can use these colors in rooms, well, orange and yellow hues, for example, help raise the perceived temperature of a room. So for that reason, they're best used in rooms that face north, as you can imagine. They inspire activity, so we don't want to use them in rooms meant for relaxation like a bedroom. Colors like icy blues and greens have a calming effect, like water. They're especially well suited for bedrooms, so they help you relax at night and go to sleep and stay asleep. Red, as you can imagine, raises the energy level of a room, but it can also make people more irritable and hostile, so it's not a good choice for a child's room. You'd be better off to use it as an accent rather than a base room color. One of the tips I learned was when delivering a speech, to not wear all red, because what you'll end up doing is giving people a headache. It's too much energy. So a little touch of red, like the politicians do in their red ties with a dark suit, is perfect. So Zillow came out with a report where they looked at 135,000 photos of homes across the country to see how paint colors had impacted sales. And they found that homes with charcoal, smoky, or jet black colors sold for $6,000 more than anyone ever expected. They also remarked that tuxedo kitchens, so kitchens that had a combination of dark and white cabinets, sold better and for more money. For the rest of the house, cool and neutral wall colors were a big hit with buyers. Light blue bathrooms and taupe colored living rooms were especially popular in homes that sold for more money. Meanwhile, colors like dark brown or brick red walls sold for $2,000 less than expected. For home exteriors, houses painted a creamy, bright yellow sold for $3,400 less than other homes. So, what I invite you to do is to take a look around you, observe the colors around you, see how they impact your mood. Do they make you feel happy or sad? When you get dressed, why are you dressing in that particular color? Are you dressing because of a mood, or are you trying to combat a mood so that you can get on with your day? So, if you do me a favor, like, comment, and share my videos, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe. Send me some comments so I know how this color is impacting your life, and let me know if you've changed colors in your home based on this video. Thank you for joining me.